Hey, deep divers. Ever picture yourself, like right there on the front lines of fire safety?
Not with a hose, though, right?
Exactly. We're talking wrenches, blueprints, the works.
The life of a sprinkler fitter, and that's what we're diving into today.
It's hands-on, it's critical, and we're going to prep you to ace that job interview using some awesome AI insights from RoleCatcher.
We've got real interview questions lined up, insider tips, even a peek at how RoleCatcher helps you tailor your answers, to make them perfect for each job.
So if you're ready to make a splash in fire protection, literally, stick with us.
Hard hats on, everybody. We're diving in.
First things first, what exactly is sprinkler fitter?
Right. Got to start with the basics.
We're talking about those skilled pros who install, maintain, and test the fire protection systems we see everywhere.
Those things are literally saving lives every day.
RoleCatcher really emphasizes that, and it's true. It's a huge responsibility.
Absolutely. And it's not as simple as just connecting some pipes. A huge part of the job is knowing those systems inside and out.
Making sure everything meets those strict building codes and safety regulations.
Exactly. Blueprints, different types of sprinkler heads, the whole 9 yards.
Which brings us to the interview.
Of course, because employers want to know you've got the skills and the mindset for this.
They want to know you can handle it. So let's fire up those RoleCatcher interview questions.
Let's do it.
Question 1, and it seems simple, but what inspired you to become a sprinkler fitter? What are they really after here?
They want to see your motivation. What drives you? Are you passionate about fire safety? Do you just love hands-on work?
Is there a story there?
Right. Maybe you were inspired by seeing these systems in action. Whatever your why is, let it shine through.
Be authentic. So instead of some generic answer,
Yeah, like, it seemed like a good career. No.
talk about a family member who's a firefighter. Or maybe a school project sparked your interest. Something real.
And that's where RoleCatcher's AI comes in handy. It helps you pinpoint those personal experiences that really resonate with what employers are looking for.
That's so cool. So you're not just saying words, you're showing them who you are.
Exactly. You're invested.
Okay, on to question 2 from RoleCatcher. What is your experience with different types of sprinkler systems? Now we're getting technical.
This is where your knowledge comes in.
What should people keep in mind here?
Honesty is key. Don't try to BS your way through if you've only worked with certain types.
Like, what if someone's mostly done those, what do they call, wet pipe systems?
Right, the most common ones. Focus on what you know well, but also show you're eager to learn more. That's huge.
So you could say, I'm really comfortable with wet pipe systems, but I'm also learning about dry pipe and pre-action systems.
Perfect. Show them you're not afraid to expand your skills.
And RoleCatcher suggests mentioning specific training programs or certifications you might be after, right?
Exactly. Shows initiative.
Okay. Question 3 is a big one. How do you ensure compliance with safety regulations on job sites?
Now we're talking about the heart of the matter. This is serious business.
Safety is paramount, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about fire protection systems here,
Yeah.
people's lives. What are the key things to hit on with this answer? Okay, deep divers, back for more interview prep, and RoleCatcher is not letting up. Question 4, ready? How do you troubleshoot and diagnose problems with sprinkler systems?
Oh, they're really putting us in the hot seat now.
Right. It's like, suddenly we're sprinkler system detectives.
That's a good way to put it. They want to see you can think on your feet.
Keep your cool when the pressure's on. Literally.
Right. Is it a pressure problem, a faulty valve, or maybe something dead simple, like a clogged sprinkler head?
Got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So what makes a good answer here? It's more than just knowing the tools.
Right? Definitely. It's problem solving they're after. RoleCatcher says, talk about those diagnostic tools you use.
Gotta off your expertise a little.
Exactly. Like, are you a pro with a multimeter for checking electrical stuff? Or maybe you've got this, eagle eye for spotting tiny cracks in pipes.
And this is where a good story comes in.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got a tale about a really tricky troubleshooting situation and how you totally nailed it,
Tell it.
this is the moment.
Interviewers eat that stuff up. Okay, moving on. Question 5 gets into the nitty-gritty. What is your experience with pipe fitting and welding?
Now we're talking core skills.
Yeah.
But RoleCatcher does say honesty is best here.
For sure.
What if someone's welding skills are still, in progress? Should they give up on this whole career?
No, not at all. Be upfront about where you're at. If you're still working on certain welding techniques, just say so.
But also, show them you're eager to learn, right?
Absolutely. I'm good with groove welds, but I'm actually taking a TIG welding course right now to get even better.
Love it. Turning weakness into an opportunity. And you know what? This ties back to RoleCatcher's AI.
How so?
It can actually flag any skill gaps it sees in a job description.
Oh, that's smart.
And then, boom, it suggests courses or certifications to fill those gaps.
It's like a personalized career map.
Exactly. Okay, question 6. Shifting gears a bit. How do you manage your time and prioritize tasks on a job site?
Ah, the organizational stuff. This is important.
It's not just about the technical side, right? If you're juggling blueprints, materials, deadlines.
You got to be on top of it.
So, what are we emphasizing in this answer?
Show them you're organized, efficient, a master of juggling those priorities.
Right. Do you use a fancy digital calendar? A color-coded planner?
Or maybe just a good old-fashioned to-do list. Whatever works, right?
But don't just say you're organized, show it.
Exactly.
RoleCatcher likes the STAR method here.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
So, describe a time you had to completely reprioritize tasks. Maybe there was a crazy delay or a last-minute change order. You know how it goes.
And you totally handled it. That brings those organizational skills to life. Okay, get ready, because question 7 is a doozy. Describe a time you had to troubleshoot a complex problem with a sprinkler system.
Oh boy, here we go. They're not messing around now.
Time to show off those problem-solving skills for real.
What makes a good answer for this kind of question?
Pick a situation that shows you can think outside the box. Maybe the system was acting up and there were like a million possible causes.
Or maybe you were working in some crazy tight space, didn't have all the tools you usually would.
Right, something challenging.
And don't be afraid to get a little technical here.
Right. Please, nerd out a little.
RoleCatcher says, interviewers love it when you can really talk about the system's details, what components were involved, how you narrowed it down, the whole process.
Show them you really know your stuff. Oh, and don't forget the outcome.
Right. What was the result of your amazing troubleshooting skills?
Did you prevent a major disaster? Save the project time and money. Those details matter.
They really do. Before we move on to those last few questions, I want to circle back to RoleCatcher's AI for a sec.
Oh, yeah, that thing is incredible.
It's more than just like a question bank, you know?
Way more.
It gives you feedback on how you're actually answering. Like, you can record yourself doing these practice questions.
Whoa, really?
And the AI will analyze your tone of voice, how fast you're talking.
Is there a video option? Like, can it tell me if I'm fidgeting too much or something?
I think so. It's like having a virtual interview coach in your corner.
That is so cool. Helps you nail that confident professional vibe.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Okay, deep divers, ready for the final round. These last questions are all about showing your dedication to quality.
And that you're passionate about this field. Fire protection is always evolving.
Stay tuned. We're about to wrap this up. All right, deep divers, we are tackling those final interview questions. And this time, it's all about showing those employers you're in it for the long haul. You're not just here to put out fires, you're here to prevent them.
I like that. So question 8, are you ready for this? It's a big one. How do you ensure that your work meets quality standards and specifications? No pressure.
Right, because we're not talking about just any old job here.
No.
When it comes to fire protection systems,
Precision is everything.
lives depend on it. So how do sprinkler fitters make sure their work is absolutely top-notch every single time?
Systems, my friend. It's all about having a system in place.
Okay, so walk us through that. What kind of system are we talking about?
Well, it could be anything from how you double, even triple check your measurements to making sure every single joint is leak-free.
Right, no leaks allowed.
Exactly. And don't forget about keeping detailed records of your work so you can track everything.
And this is where knowing those industry standards and certifications is key, right?
Absolutely. This is when you break out those acronyms we talked about, like the AFSA, for example.
Right, the American Fire Sprinkler Association, they set the bar high.
Exactly. Mentioning those shows you're not just familiar with the rules, you live by them.
You're speaking their language.
Mm.
Okay, question 9. How do you stay up to date on industry developments and new technologies?
Ah, yes. Gotta love this one. This is where you show them you're not just a one-trick pony.
The fire protection world is always changing, isn't it? New tech, new materials.
It's true. We've got new types of systems popping up, even AI-powered detection tools these days. It's wild.
Wild. So how does a sprinkler fitter keep up with all that? Is it trade magazines, those big industry conferences?
All of the above. Plus, don't forget those online forums, where everyone's debating the best sprinkler head for a pizza oven.
Hey, those forums can get intense.
They can. But seriously, mention any professional development courses you've done, any certifications you're working towards.
Even if you just make a habit of reading industry publications, let them know.
It all shows you're invested in your career.
And let's not forget about just talking to other people in the field. Networking.
So important. RoleCatcher talks about that too, the power of connecting with other pros.
Sometimes a quick chat with a colleague about a new pipe fitting is worth more than any article.
Totally agree. All right, ready for the final interview question? This one's a biggie, especially if you're thinking about leadership down the line. How do you manage and lead a team of sprinkler fitters?
Okay, so maybe you haven't officially been the boss yet,
That's fine.
but this is your chance to show them you've got what it takes.
Exactly. Think about those times you stepped up, took charge. Maybe there was a project where you really took ownership of a certain part.
Or maybe you used your knowledge to help out a teammate who was struggling.
Perfect example. And remember, good leadership isn't about barking orders.
Right, it's about communication, knowing how to delegate tasks effectively.
And being able to motivate your team.
Exactly.
Mm.
So, share a story about a time you helped resolve a conflict on a job site, or maybe how your communication style kept everyone on the same page. Those are the things that make a leader. And with that, deep divers, you've officially made it through some of the toughest interview questions out there for aspiring sprinkler fitters.
You've got this. And remember, RoleCatcher is there every step of the way.
Seriously, their AI can help you tailor your answers to each specific job you apply for. Plus, you can practice your delivery and even explore different career paths in fire protection. It's amazing.
It's like having a career coach in your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whether you're just starting out or looking to level up in the world of fire protection, give RoleCatcher a try. And hey, if you could ask a sprinkler fitter just one question, what would it be?
Ooh, good one.
Hit us up on social media and let us know. Until next time, deep divers, keep those curiosity fires burning.